welcome back to our channel. So today's video is going to be the baby's 2-month update. The babies are 2 months old and I'm going to share with you about each of them and how they are doing. So we're going to start with little Miss Amelia here. She's who I've got and who is happy right now. So we're going to start with her. Hi. You want to sit up and talk to everybody? Hi. Say hi, I'm Amelia. Hi, I'm Amelia. I'm the sweetest baby. I'm such a sweet baby. Okay, so Miss Amelia was our baby B. Yes, were you baby B? Were you baby B? Yes, my love. Look at that smile. Oh gosh. Okay. Oh, I could just eat them up. Okay, so Miss Amelia was our baby B, and she was born weighing 5 pounds 2 ounces. And at her 2-month checkup, she now weighs 7 pounds 6 ounces. And she is 21 3/4 inches long. So she's almost 22 inches long. Because they were preemies, neither one of them are really on the growth chart yet. They are if it's adjusted for their prematurity. But the typical growth chart they're not on because, they're preemies, they're small. Miss Amelia here has just been a rock star. This baby is just pretty much happy all the time. She really only fusses if she has a poopy diaper or wants to eat. And she has been sleeping so well lately, especially since we started supplementing with formula. I'm going to talk about that at the end of the video, about how feeding is going and stuff. But since we started supplementing, she has been sleeping so well. She has given us some 5 and 6 hour stretches, which is awesome. Blossom. She's become very interactive with us in the last week or so. She's starting to smile at us. Her and Ivy both started really smiling at us on the same day. It was very sweet. So she started really where she likes to be awake and look at us and talk to us, and she likes to look at lights and fans. You want me to turn you so you can see the fan? She loves to look at things, and she loves to kind of reach out and touch things. I can't really tell yet how intentional that is. It seems like it is, because especially when you lay her next to Ivy, she will reach out and whack her. It looks like she's trying to hit her, but you can tell she's just trying to touch her. Yeah, you love sister. Her eyes have become a lot more blue. You can see they're not quite so gray and oh, that was cute. So gray and dark as they used to be. They are much more blue. Her hair is still very blonde. At times it has a strawberry-ish tint to it. So I don't know, maybe she's going to have kind of strawberry blonde hair, which would be really pretty. Yeah, she's just a very content baby. She doesn't mind being in her car seat. If we go out and about, she will just kind of sleep and chill. And as you can see, she's trying to really lift her head up. That's she loves to do that. She loves to lay on my chest or my husband's chest and pull her head up and look at us and talk to us. Really working on her head control. She really wants to be a big girl and be up and looking around. She's like, don't hold me like a baby. Let me see the world. So she's still wearing newborn size clothes. She's definitely getting to the point where she's a little long for them, especially if it's a footed sleeper. But weight-wise, like I said, she's still only 7 pounds 6 ounces. So they haven't grown out of newborn stuff yet. I'm not sure yet exactly when that will happen, but for right now, they can still wear newborns. She's wearing a size 1 diaper. All of the babies that we've had, she is the easiest baby we've ever had. So she's very chill, very content, just very go with the flow. Just a classic, youngest of 7, scenario. The babies love Kennedy and Shelby. They just love them. So it's so nice to have their help. Of course, they love all their siblings, but the big sissies can help with feeding and burping and all of that, which is really nice. So you love your sister, don't you? You love all of your sisters, don't you? You love all of your sisters. Oh, she's getting sleepy. Let's go get sister. Let's go get Miss Ivy. Let's show you close up one more time. I'm going to take this passy out so you can't cry, okay? Hello, I'm Miss Amelia. Next we have Miss Ivy, who was baby A. When she was born, she weighed 4 pounds 7 ounces, and at our doctor's appointment, she's sleeping. At her doctor's appointment, she was just a hair over 7 pounds now. Let's see if I can hold her up so you can see her. It's okay, chicken. There we go. Little Miss Ivy. There's a little Miss Ivy, little Miss Chicken. As you can see, she still has her brown hair, but the new hair growth that's coming in is pretty light and kind of blonde looking. So I'm not sure what her hair color is going to end up being. But she definitely has a lot of it still. And she was also 21 3/4 inches long. So she is long and skinny. Her head is bigger than Amelia's head now, so she's getting lots of good brain growth, aren't you? Our doctor said, oh, her head is so big, she's going to be a genius. Our doctor is very funny. She's from Niger, and she just cracks me up. She's hilarious. Yeah, do you love her too? Are you smiling? Are you smiling, Miss Ivy? Oh, you guys, these babies. I just can't get enough. They're so precious. So Miss Ivy here has also started sleeping longer stretches finally. Her stretches are more like 3 to 4 hours. She doesn't often do the 5 or 6 hour stretches that Amelia will do. She's more of a 3 to 4 hour baby before she's ready to wake up and eat again. She's definitely a little more of a high maintenance baby. And that's gotten a lot better since we've started supplementing with formula. Again, I'll get into all of that, but I think she was just hungry. But she's still the fussier baby. Tends to need to be held a little bit more, but she is doing so much better, and falling asleep on her own sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes falling asleep on her own, and sleeping a little more soundly. She really loves the swaddle. Like I said, their little stingray suits. I've talked about those on my Instagram and stuff, and they're in my products video, which I don't know which one of these videos is going up first, but the Love to Dream swaddles, she really loves that swaddle. She's just, she's a bit of a snuggler. She just wants to be snuggled. She just wants to be snuggled a lot, huh? And she loves her big sisters. She loves to be held by them and fed, and they help with feeding and burping, and she loves her big sisters. Sometimes when I need some help or something, if I'm taking care of Amelia and she starts fussing and I need some help, I can call one of her sisters in and they will help with her, and she's happy as a clam to have them. So she loves her sissies. One thing I didn't mention is both babies actually have hernias. Hers is an umbilical hernia, and it looks like oh my gosh, like bad. But our doctor's like, it's not a big deal. She basically has until she's 4 or 5 years old for that to go back in and close up. Jonah had that as a baby as well, and his did close up, so we're hoping the same will happen for her. Amelia's is above her belly button. It's like in between her ab muscles. So we have been referred. We're going to have to see a doctor about that to make sure we don't need to have that repaired, because hers is not an umbilical hernia. It's like above that. So we're watching that. Yeah, so Miss Ivy's head is like a teeny bit misshapen. Keeping an eye on that and doing everything we can to help get it kind of back evened out. I'm not sure if this was because she was baby A and like squished down there in the womb or what, but she's just a little bit misshapen. So we're having to keep an eye on that. We'll know more at her 4-month appointment. We're really hoping to avoid the cranial helmet. So we're just kind of trying to do everything we can to help her with her little head shape here. There's always a baby to snuggle around here. It's really nice. I'm going to hang out with Daddy now so I can finish the video. What do you think? It's very hot in here with these lights. You're probably really happy. Mommy's sweating. You're probably very happy, huh? She still does this where she's awake, but she just kind of like looks off into the distance. I'm like, are you sleeping? Are you awake? What are you doing? Are you sleeping with your eyes open? Yeah. If you want to see more of their cuteness, you guys should definitely be following me on Instagram, because I post pretty much every day in Instagram stories, videos and clips and stuff of them. If you want to see more of them, you should definitely be following me on Instagram. It's just This Gathered Nest. So go over there and follow us. All right, I'm going to go give her to her daddy so I can finish telling you guys about the rest of the stuff that's been going on. Huh. Yeah. Oh, Miss Ivy also is still in newborn clothes and size 1 diapers as well. And as you can see, look, It's like so exciting, double chin, right? Double chin isn't exciting when you're older, but it's so exciting when you're a baby. Yes, she's starting to get some chins and some cheeks and some fat in different places on her body. Like, she's starting to get some fatty tissue. Say bye, friends. Say see you later, friends. Okay, bye. Babies are back with Daddy for right now. Okay, so let's just chat about breastfeeding real quick. So, I struggled really hard with the notion that I really, really wanted to exclusively breastfeed the babies. I exclusively breastfed Kennedy and Shelby when they were babies. Kennedy nursed until she was 1, and Shelby nursed until she was 21 months. So I'd been successful at nursing before, and I felt like I can do this. I can nurse twins. I worked so hard in the beginning to get everything going, to get my milk supply going, to get the babies to latch, to teach them to latch. They both struggled. I mean, it's kind of been an up and down since they were born. They were early, they were small, and it presented a lot of challenges, but we worked really hard. Well, about the time they were maybe 6 weeks, I just felt like they should be sleeping longer now. They should not be eating like every hour, and they were just fussy. It wasn't just, I'm all for feeding babies on demand, and that's what I've always done. But the girls were just never content. You know how babies get milk drunk and you feed them and then they're just like, out of it? They never got like that. I would nurse them, and then I would have to fight them to sleep. Like, hold them and shush them and rock them and try to give them a passy and just anything I could do to get them to sleep. But what was the real kicker for us was that we purchased a baby scale, and I started weighing them very regularly because they go to the doctor at 2 weeks and then they don't go back until they're 2 months. And I felt like they just weren't growing. So I started weighing them. They weren't growing. Amelia, at one point, Ivy's weight was higher than Amelia's, and Amelia went like, I think it was like almost a week without hardly any growth. My mama instincts said they're not getting enough to eat. Like, they're not getting enough to eat. I just was not producing enough milk. I started thinking back to when I nursed Kennedy and Shelby and how, they would nurse both sides and then fall asleep. Well, with the girls, they were each getting one side. My left side produces way more milk than my right side does. So it was like whichever baby got that side wasn't really even getting a full feed. I just wasn't making enough milk, bottom line. I tried supplements, I tried dietary things, I've added in pumping, I've done all these things, but the bottom line was the babies were hungry and they weren't getting enough food. So I wasn't going to let my own pride and my own desires about wanting to exclusively breastfeed override what the babies needed. And it was hard, but I had to remind myself that I literally did. I said, Angie, these babies they don't care. They want to eat. They're not disappointed in you. They're not let down. They just want to eat. They're just hungry. They just want to eat. And so we started supplementing with formula, and it's changed everything. It has changed everything. Now what I do is I pump, and I split that milk evenly into 2 bottles, and they each get that, and then whatever, they're eating about 4 ounces, 3 to 4 ounces at a time right now. So what I do is I pump, and let's say I get 4 ounces total, because that's basically what it is I'm getting about 4 ounces total from both sides. If that, I don't even always get that much. So I'll split that and give the babies each 2 ounces of breast milk, then 2 ounces of formula after. So that's kind of what we've been doing, is giving them all the breast milk we can first, and then topping them off, making sure they're full or whatever with formula. And I'm still nursing them at night. In the middle of the night, I'm still breastfeeding, and sometimes during the day, if we're out and about, I might do a bottle for one baby and breastfeed the other baby, because as long as they get to eat both sides, then they're getting full. So yeah, that's just what we've had to do. And I can't even say that I'm disappointed or anything, because the babies are so happy. How could I be? They finally started growing again. As soon as they started getting enough to eat, their growth picked back up. They started sleeping a lot longer stretches. Nobody's sleeping through the night or anything, but they're sleeping a lot longer stretches. They're more content in those sleeping stretches where I'm able to get up and like shower and do something while they're napping, help with my other kids. You know, I don't know how I would have done it without my husband home, because that's just, breastfeeding the twins was a more than a full-time job. It was the only thing I did all day long and all night long, and I wasn't sleeping, and I was starting to get delirious and emotional in a negative way. And it's been about a week and a half, maybe, or a week and a half, I guess, maybe, that we've been supplementing them, and it's just changed everything. So I have no regrets about that. I just don't. They're happy. I'm happy. And that's what matters. The babies are being fed. Definitely funny, because I feel like, you know, as a parent, you're like anxious for them to grow up and do the next milestone and see them kind of reach that next, you know, cool thing that they can do. But at the same time, you just want them to stay little. And so it is kind of nice, you know, with them being tiny, they still feel very much like newborns to me, even though they're 2 months old, and they're still very snuggly and cuddly, and I love that. So yeah, I mean, they're doing amazing, and we are all just so crazy in love with them. We knew the twins were going to be a ton of work, and they are a ton of work. Obviously, totally a labor of love. So that is the update for the girls for 2 months. I just did a video about products that I've been loving for kind of the newborn stage. So in the future, I'll probably include more products that I'm using for them at those stages in the videos, so that will kind of help if you have a baby that's approaching that age or whatever. But I think the products video is going to go up next week, so you probably haven't seen that one yet, but it'll go up soon. So you'll be able to kind of check in on those things if you want to. That's everything for my update on Miss Ivy and Miss Amelia. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to our channel if you're not already, and then turn on that little bell for notifications if you want to be notified when we post a new video, because you might miss it, because YouTube is crazy sometimes. And thanks guys so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye.